Hi folks, I don't think Elon Musk will save the world with any of his businesses. With his incredibly unhinged behavior, more and more people are realizing this. He does still have his diehard fans, but people have started to see through his con game. I get why people look to him. If we want to deal with the problems of climate change and resource depletion, we need bold action, and we need it yesterday. Governments and established businesses seem to drag their feet on making these changes, but Musk at least appears to be working on these problems. However, a close look at his companies reveals that his projects are not only doomed to fail financially, but will not have the environmental impact he promises. I could go into how electric cars are not as green as advertised, how the Boring Company is literally a pipe dream, how Musk keeps burning through cash at Tesla with little to show for it, and why humans will probably never colonize other planets. But with a few quick Google searches, you can find all those views expressed elsewhere. Instead, I would like to suggest some projects that Musk might pursue if he really wants to save industrial civilization from itself. Now, it is possible Musk does not want to save industrial civilization. Futurist Douglas Rushkoff recently wrote about how he was asked to consult for a group of ultra-wealthy tech entrepreneurs about what the future will hold. They seemed more concerned with saving their own hides when shit went south than with figuring out how to use their wealth to help humanity. They worried about how to keep their armed guards in check when law and order broke down, and wondered if they could control them with collars that remind me of something out of a Marvel movie. This amused me because they know how fucked we all are, and they know that people will blame them, often rightfully, for the situation we are in. But any billionaire who thinks they can use their wealth to protect them is really fucked. To any billionaires listening, if you really want to save your hides, start thinking of doing something that will benefit people and help us get out of the mess we're all in. Here are 3 ideas for fixes to some ecological and economic problems we face. Musk or some other billionaire should give them a shot. I think Musk would do best with them because for all my criticisms of him, I have to admit he does have 2 talents that he has leveraged very successfully. 1, he knows how to milk the government for contracts, tax incentives, and the like. 2, he is very good at promoting his businesses. So here goes. The first business? A company whose goal is to outfit every home in America with low-tech energy-saving technologies. At the top of this list are passive solar setups for heating water and homes. Just installing a solar hot water heater can reduce a home's energy consumption by 10%. This might not seem like a lot, but doing this for every home in America would be a worthwhile way to save people money and conserve a lot of energy. In warmer climates, a home can get all its hot water from a solar hot water heater. Even in cooler climates like New York, where I live, a solar hot water heater can provide most of your hot water. This is something that every home should have. The technology is rather simple and does not require expensive solar panels. Just a water tank on the roof that can absorb and store a lot of heat. It does not require too specialized a skill set to install either, so it could put a lot of people to work all over the country. You can also provide some of the heat for your home itself using different forms of passive solar heating, like thermosiphon air panels and passive solar greenhouses attached to a home. And this is just for existing homes. New homes can be built in such a way as to get all their heating from passive solar. Now, if you are retrofitting a home with a passive solar setup, you do need to properly insulate it in order to get the most out of it. Insulating homes could also put a lot of people to work. Now, I'm not crazy about Musk's labor practices, but I can't solve every problem, and I will leave that to someone else to figure out. In any case, Musk could use his knack for getting government funding to help people get tax credits and such that would make these systems very inexpensive to install, maybe even free. He could use his promotional skills to make this idea popular and to make passive solar setups an environmental status symbol. But unlike a Tesla or solar panels, way more people would actually be able to afford this and keep up with the Joneses. Musk could also more heavily promote a company he has a small stake in, Dandelion Energy. This company has drastically dropped the price of installing a home geothermal heating and cooling system. These systems take advantage of the constant temperature deep underground and pump air into a home to heat or cool it. This works very well and uses much less energy than gas or oil for heating, and much less energy than air conditioning to cool a home. Because once installed, it only needs a fan to circulate the air. Imagine how much we could reduce our carbon footprint if every home had one of these. Imagine not needing to worry about when you need to have gas or oil delivered. The second business is a response to Musk's approach to transportation. Like solar water heaters, it is not a very new or exciting technology, but one we could very quickly roll out. Streetcars and various forms of light rail. This could improve public transportation, especially in areas that lack it or don't want to invest in more expensive public transportation systems. They can be built on or alongside existing roads, which makes it easier to find space for them. They could also be at least partially powered by renewable energy by placing solar panels or turbines over or near the rails. Now, Musk has an aversion to public transportation. I don't think he will lose this elitism, but maybe he could see the opportunity. Unlike his boring company Hyperloop, we know streetcars and light rail work, and that they are certainly cheaper than drilling a hole deep underground and setting up a near vacuum tube to shoot people at high speeds. For the third business, Elon Musk should make it so nobody has to mow their lawn again. I know this one seems a bit out there, but hear me out. Ways of landscaping that don't require gas-powered lawnmowers exist, and we really should move towards them for a variety of reasons. First, mowing lawns wastes energy. Think about the amount of fossil fuels we use to keep our lawns at a height that is socially acceptable to our neighbors. The best estimate I could find claimed that Americans use 600 million gallons of gas every year to mow their lawns. Do we really need to waste all that fuel and spew all that carbon into the air so we can have neat lawns? Second, the time and/or money. If you have a lawn that needs mowing, you either need to spend some time every week or so mowing, or hire someone to do it. If you mow your own lawn, you need to shell out the money for a lawnmower and keep it in working order. It has always puzzled me that people move out of the city for a quieter setting to be surrounded by the buzz of landscaping equipment on an otherwise lovely day. Not to mention that mowing the lawn is one of the dullest, most conformist suburban activities I can think of. So what are the alternatives to mowing your lawn? Well, first off, in drier climates, nobody should have a lawn. If you live in Southern California, for example, you should landscape with native plants. If you live somewhere with enough rainfall to sustain a lawn, there are varieties of grass that require little or no mowing. This option takes some time to switch to, as you need to remove any weeds or other grasses from your lawn and wait for the new seeds to grow, leaving you with a bare patch of dirt for a while. But I'm sure Musk, who prides himself on his problem solving, could figure out a way to do this where people would not mind the delay. After all, people get on a waiting list for a Tesla, not really knowing when it will arrive. If you seeded your lawn with a no-mow grass at the next opportunity, you would probably have a lovely green patch of grass in a few weeks, while the person who ordered a Tesla last year is still waiting for their car. Now, all this assumes that Elon Musk has not had a full-on nervous breakdown by the time this video comes out. Last I heard, he had resumed calling the person who saved a bunch of kids trapped in an underground cave in Thailand a pedophile because he criticized Musk's own bonehead rescue plan. So it's possible that Musk will not start any companies soon. Still, he does have a knack for getting the government to pay for his projects, which means he could get a lot of people to benefit from these energy and money-saving ideas. He also knows how to generate buzz around his ideas, especially amongst his fanboys, who will probably comment on this video telling me how I don't understand his genius. I think he could put both of these strengths to much better use. So to the billionaires out there, please consider these ideas. They would make good environmental sense, make you lots of money, and provide a needed benefit to society that will make you less likely to end up dangling from a lamppost when shit hits the fan. Thanks for watching, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you really like what I do, please contribute to my Patreon or make a PayPal donation. I also have some t-shirts for sale. They feature the major arcana of the Marseille Tarot deck that you find decorating my channel. For this video, I have used the Fool. I have links in the description. I'm Greg Belvedere. Remember, all generalizations are stupid, so never speak in absolutes. See you next time.